I finally got around to reorganizing my fragrance collection. There was a lot going on, and there still is a lot going on, honestly. I'm not like super happy about how intense it is, and I do feel like I need to declutter, and I did some decluttering today, but I think I need to do just more. Anyway, I thought I could walk you guys through my collection. I'm not going to tell you what everything is. I'm just going to give you a quick overview of what I have and where everything is. One big change I made is you can see my body mists all the way at the bottom. They used to be up here. I actually wanted to showcase my Britney collection because before it was pretty hidden, and it's actually one of the favorite parts of my collection. I love collecting Britney Spears fragrances. As you can see, I have many. That is my full size, or like the 3.4 ounce or whatever size they are, of the fantasy flankers, and I have some smaller 1 ounce fantasy flankers there, and the prerogative, and a second bottle of candied fantasy, because I'm always scared that they're going to discontinue these fragrances because they've discontinued a lot of them. So I have my little candied, and I have an extra one right there. Next to Britney, I have my Ariana Grande fragrances. So as you can see, I have quite a few. I have like REM Cherry Eclipse, the Clouds. I have all the little pom-pom fragrances and the 2 mods. I also have some travel sizes of like God is a Woman and REM. And the Thank You Next 2.0 is right there. I don't have Thank You Next, the first one, anymore because I don't like it. It doesn't work for me. It kind of smells like pickles. In the second row, I have my Good Chemistry collection. There's also one back there that you kind of can't see. This one isn't super... It all makes sense to me in my brain. It just might not make sense to you guys visually, but that's okay. My Sabrina Carpenter scents are back there. And some Aeropostale fragrances. My pink sugars. You can see I have the pink sugar candy. What is that? Pink sugar? No, Creamy Sunshine. Berry Blast, OG pink sugar, and red velvet. And starting from here, these are all Arab fragrances. Zamaya, Afnan, Rue Broca, just a whole line of Arab fragrances. Going to here, and then I have my Kayali's. So those are all my different Kayali's. I happen to have, it's really funny, I have 2 Yum Pistachios and 2 Yum Bougie Marshmallows. I also have 2 Vanilla Candy Rock Sugars. I have a lot of Kayali duplicates, but it's okay because I love Kayali. And of course the hair mist for Deja Vu White Flower. So here I kind of, because I have a lot of small bottles, this is a like kitchen rack that I just bought on Amazon, but it fits perfectly within the shelf, and it allows me to sort of double up on my space. So as you can see, I have my whole finery collection here. I have a ton of finery scents. Honestly, a lot of them were gifted to me, but I have also purchased a ton of the finery fragrances. It's one of my favorite, like, easy access, affordable brands. And right next to it is another one of my favorites. This is Mix Bar. This is like, these are all $20, which is absolutely insane to me. One of my favorite, like, easy vanillas. Well, Whipped Almond is really good too, but one of my favorite easy vanillas is right here. Oh no, not honey milk, vanilla bourbon, which I think is back there. And then these are like the odd men out. So you can see I have my Sniff collection here, my Al Rehab, which I'm going to go into, but my French Coffee didn't fit back there. And then I have 2 Tart Deco and Honey Sweet for Sniff that also didn't fit down there. Here, this is probably the brand that I have the most fragrances of in history of the world. This is my Monde Gourmand collection. And it's kind of crazy. It blew my mind a little bit to see everything lined up here. I'd have to do an updated video. I even have some like body mist here. I have to do an updated video, and I actually want to do like a full Monde Gourmand brand breakdown almost on my YouTube channel. So I'm sort of like figuring out the logistics of that and how I want to do it, but I will be doing something like that. Here I have my Sniff collection. So I am a Monde Gourmand affiliate, and I'm also a Sniff affiliate. So I do get a lot of them sent to me for free. but I also buy them as well. Like I actually bought Honey Sweet. I bought Crumb Couture. I bought Tarte Deco, wherever that is. Yeah, so my Sniff collection, and then these are the Sniff body mists. And then this is my Al Rehab collection, which Al Rehab is actually my #1 affordable Arab brand when it comes to like price. So all of these in the little 50 ml bottles, they are usually less than $10. Some of them are like $6 or $7, which is just absolute insanity to me. Like, I really don't think you can get a better bang for your buck when it comes to Arab fragrances than these little like Al Rehabs here. And then they also have these bigger bottles. Like this is actually a 100 ml of Choco Musk. And I really love this bottle. They also have these bigger bottles over here. So Al Rehab, they have their own original scents, like Dalal is an original scent, Soft is an original, that's not Soft. Soft is an original scent, but then they also do make dupes. So like these bigger ones tend to be dupes. So that's just something to keep in mind. I happen to, one of my favorites is Love Apple. I definitely pull this out a lot, and like, I mean, you know, it's not a huge dent, but I layer it a lot in the fall. In the next shelf, this is crazy, is another, I have like my two main squeezes right up, above each other. This is my Lattafa collection. I know, it's crazy. I have so many Lattafas from this part of the shelf all the way this way is all Lattafa. I have back there is my Eclair, which is one of my favorite vanillas of all time. Her Confession, all of these, like, yeah, you can see. Although Victoria is just might be my new favorite Lattafa fragrance. I also, I went to France actually with Lattafa to celebrate the Teriyaki Intense. I used to have the original Teriyaki. I actually hate that fragrance with a passion. So I had to declutter it. But yeah, I mean, the three, I know there's a fourth one, but I only have Badi El Oud Honor and Glory, Badi El Oud, oh my god, what's this one? I don't remember this one. And then Noble Blush. And I actually have two Yara candies because I also went to the launch party for this one, and one of them was inscribed with my name in Arabic, which is cool. Angam, love Angam, the new Kamra, Aetheri, and Maillard Cherry Intense. A bit randomly, although it's not random to me, because I was thinking like this is a very heavy, these are heavy bottles. It's a big collection. I need like light bottles so that I don't crash this shelf. So I actually have my Paris Hilton fragrance collection right here, because it just kind of fit weight wise. And also my Oreno fragrances, well, I have my little Exalté bottle right here, Exalté by Fumi Monet. This is a beautiful like rose vanilla, definitely recommend it. I have my Oreno fragrances oils right here. I have a ton. I haven't tested them all out yet, but the ones that I have tested are really good. So on this shelf I have another one of these kitchen racks, again to double up my space, especially with these really like short bottles. It's necessary because I actually, even with these like double shelvings, I have completely run out of space. I'm overflowing. But so I have this H&M brand of perfumes. They are $10. Get out of here. And a lot of them are really good. I did a full review video of them on my TikTok and my Instagram. I have my La Rive bottles, which is another super duper affordable brand that I really recommend. They make a lot of dupes. And behind that I have my Shop Miss A dupe line. And kind of just some other miscellaneous like cheapies and some Fleur back there, some Dossier. The Sully Notes line is also, these are like $22 and they are just kind of unbeatable. Here I have my Zara collection. It's a little hard for you to see in there, but I do have a ton of Zara fragrances, although I've decluttered a lot of them in the past because sometimes they just don't really like stand the test of time. I have some perfume oils back there that I bought in the city. There are a lot of like perfume oil stores that will basically sell you like these dupes, and sometimes they're like really spot on, and sometimes they're just not. So I have one store that I really trust, and I've bought some perfume oils from them, so that's where they are. These are the Hollister fragrance line, so these are like $30. Not all of them I think are worth it for the $30 price, but like a little more is nice. There's a pistachio one in the line that I think is nice, and there's a it's a like honey apple or something. That one I think is also worth it. Some of my Dua fragrances, and actually the line of now discontinued Claire's perfumes is right behind it. My Rosie Jane perfumes. Over here we have my Rihanna fragrances, and then my random like Christian Siriano, but I just kind of grouped those together by height because the Rihanna fragrances are freaking massive and they don't fit anywhere, so I just kind of made them work. Down here on my bottom shelf is almost all of my body mists, like 98% of my body mists. A ton of Bath and Body Works over here. Also some like Aeropostale, Victoria's Secret, some milk jelly. I really like these. I think these are really cute. Some Twisted Allure, my Sol de Janeiros, also my MCO Beauties, which are like Sol de Janeiro dupes. But almost all of these are like Sol de Janeiros. I have a ton of them that I haven't even tried yet because Sol de Janeiro sent me the entire line. And I also have this one Boulangerie. This is from like Urban Outfitters. This is the Selena Gomez Rare Beauty Peach one. The Being Frenchy Cashmere Vanilla. Some Fleur body mists back here. Vanilla Smoke. And listen to me right now. Listen to me right now. I say this every time. If you were a Cuban baby, if you are a Cuban baby, or if you will be a Cuban baby, this is what you smell like. And honestly, I just always have to have it in my collection. Like, it's just very nostalgic. This is like literally the scent of my childhood, and I love it so much. I'm not going to go into this at all. This is a bit of a mess, and it's overdue for some organizing, but I just did not have the time to do that today. It literally took me like 4 hours to organize all of this anyway. These are all of my travel sizes, or just like really small bottles. It's a mess. It's a mess. Honestly, I feel like I don't give enough attention to my travel sizes as it is, because I just completely forget what I have. But I do make it a point. Here's one thing. I make it a very specific point that when I travel, that I only bring travel sizes, or I bring a majority of travel sizes, because that's the way that I find that I get use out of them. Otherwise, I just stick to my bigger bottles. But like I said, I make it a point that if I'm going somewhere, I'm going to bring travel sizes with me. I'm going to try to avoid bringing like bigger bottles as much as possible. Over here, I have this other, so this is like my big shelf. Oh my god, I completely forgot this top shelf over here. Honestly, I'm not going to go into this one too much. It's just really like small bottles. Like these are my Kayali minis. Small bottles that just don't quite fit on the bottom shelves in terms of like just making everything fit. So those kind of got thrown up here. I don't love it. It's not perfect. It's not ideal, but it's kind of what I got to do at the moment. So I'll figure it out. I'm figuring it out, okay? I'm a work in progress. But I have this big black shelf, and then over here I have this much smaller white shelf because this is my closet, everyone. This is my closet. So yeah, so over here I have my Oakja fragrances, my Pacifica, a random little like Victoria's Secret, some other mixed bar body mist that just didn't fit down there, Sofia Vergara. On this shelf I have all my Skylar fragrances and Ariel Shoshana, and Navitas, my like TJ Maxx fragrances, so the like good scent fragrances, right? Some Nest, Juicy Couture, and yeah, just kind of like a random assortment. At this point, honestly, I was pretty tired, and I was like, I'm just gonna freaking put things where they fit, man. I have my collages here and some other Arab fragrances. I think this brand is called like Rihanna. Swiss Arabian. So this entire shelf basically is like Arab perfume brands. This shelf, this is L'Oreal fragrances, Mauboussin, some more like TJ Maxx. This is Sapple, Sarah Jessica Parker fragrances right here. And then this last shelf down here is a little bit of a random assortment over there on this side. And then I have my Antonio Banderas fragrances, Ellis Brooklyn, and a Tralia right there. Also have this little situation right here, and this is just me at my like wit's end. Oh my god, you don't even. So this actually was like a PR box that Kaylee sent the Yum Bougie marshmallow in, and I kept it because it was cute. Look at this. Oh, I'm so ashamed. Look at this. I couldn't even, like, this entire thing, I couldn't even begin to tell you what's in here other than what you can see. It's bad. I'm trying to brainstorm what to do about all of this, where I can declutter, where I can optimize space. But this is kind of like the, I don't even know what you call it. It's the unfortunate, it's the bucket of unfortunate fragrances, honestly. This is a bit more purposeful, and what I'm thinking I'm going to do is actually get a few more of these, maybe like another 2 or 3 to just stack on top of each other, so at least I can see what I have. But this is purposeful. This is actually my collection of more expensive fragrances. So this is like my designer and niche. This won't stay. And I put them in here because I was finding myself kind of losing track of where the perfumes that I want to include in my content are. So I obviously make content that's generally focused around more affordable fragrances. It's not to say I don't talk about all kinds of fragrances, like more expensive stuff, but I focus on more affordable scents. And I just realized, like, because that's what I'm constantly reaching for, and I was losing track of just, you know, like there was one day where I couldn't find this one. This is like such a staple in my collection. I was like, where the heck is that? So I decided I want to get all of the affordable stuff out in the open as much as possible. And I put all of the expensive stuff, or just the stuff that I don't really talk about very often on my social media, in this little bin. So it's still accessible to me, obviously. And it's protected, right? So it's away from sunlight, and it's sort of in this dog hair everywhere. I have a husky and a border collie, so there's dog hair everywhere. It's probably like in my bloodstream at this point. This bin is kind of funny because people, I've had people kind of tell me, and there's a random lady dog on here. I don't know why that's in there, but I'm gonna leave it there. Sometimes people are like to think that I don't have, like, you know, more expensive stuff, but like, you know, I have my like obligatory Parfum de Marly. This is like a $280 fragrance. I'm not even trying to flex, you know, it's just Tom Ford. Of course, Baccarat Rouge. So they're in here. I own them. They just kind of have to like this was the most recent, I should say, expensive perfume where I was like, gosh darn it, that is really good. I have to have it. So I recently bought this one and I'm in love with it. But also, like, actually the My Way line is one of my favorite perfume lines of all time. Like, genuinely, I don't care how much it costs. I think it's one of the best, like, perfume lines ever. My Mugler's, I have a bunch of Mugler's over here. I think this one is discontinued, the Aura EDT. I have a Jean Paul Gaultier Classique. This is a limited edition one, I think, from like 2017. Chris Collins, some Carolina Herrera's here. What is this? An Aesop, Heretic, Prada, more Mugler, Burberry. I have two oh my goodness, I'm gonna break something. I have two Manceros, Amore Cafe and Roses Vanille. I love Amore Cafe. I will never talk shit about Amore Cafe. It's really good. La Vie Belle, Donna Born in Roma, more Burberry Goddess, Flower Bomb, more Armani, YSL. This is the ADP Intense, I believe. Juste à Parfum, Accident à la Vanille. You know what's funny? I actually didn't intend to buy this one. I intended to buy the Creme de la Berry, the Accident à la Vanille Creme de la Berry. But I bought the secondhand on Mercari, and I just didn't look at the more dog hair, and I just didn't look at the listing very closely. So I just thought, oh, Accident à la Vanille, great, and I bought it. And then it got here, and I was like, this is absolutely not what I meant to order. So it's fine. I you know, I enjoy it. It's just not my favorite. Oh, over here is Prada. I have two Prada Paradox. I have like the original and Virtual Flower and the original Prada Paradox. They were both gifted to me. So yeah, lots, I think. So definitely I dipped my toe. I have, what is this? Victor and Rolf Bonbon and La Petite Robe Noire from Guerlain. So actually this one is probably one of the fragrances that will always be in my collection, like forever. And the reason is that it has sentimental value to me. So actually this perfume was the perfume that I was wearing when I met my husband, like literally on our first date. Sorry, I'm blinding you guys. On our first date, and I wore this for like the first like year of us dating, and I actually used up my old bottle, and when I got a new bottle, my husband was like, wow, you wore that when we first started dating. So it holds like a very strong scent memory. So I will just always have this in my collection. I probably won't use up this specific bottle, even though it's not the original bottle. Yeah, because I just always want to have it for like sentimental purposes. So that, my friends, is my collection. It's a little wild, a little crazy. There's a lot going on for sure. Like I said, I definitely have things to figure out because I feel really bad about having a bunch of fragrances just like in a box away and you know, just forgotten. And definitely through the process of going through everything and, you know, having to visibly move it and figure out where I want it to go, I remembered fragrances that I just have not even looked at in like a year, right? Where they just get lost because new things are always coming out and you start focusing on the new stuff. But I remembered like, wow, I actually have some really good, underrated, like gems that no one talks about here. So I definitely look forward to including those in my content. Over here, in case you're wondering, that is actually a tincture. So I could probably open it in like another 6 months or so, but I am infusing vanilla bean pods with perfumer's alcohol, and that's actually what this is right here. So this is perfumer's alcohol, and that is a vanilla tincture. So I can't wait to smell that. I dabble very lightly. I dabble very, very lightly in perfumery. I have made my own perfume before. It's actually somewhere in here. Let's see if I can find it. My own perfume. Oh, so this is my own perfume. I've been looking everywhere for you. I made very small batches of it, and I did sell some before. It kind of is, it's a lot of work to make fragrance, and it's a lot of work to sell fragrance. And I just don't think I'm ready for it, honestly. I definitely got a little overwhelmed first time around. So I kind of put it on hold, but this fragrance still holds a lot of, but this fragrance is still really important to me because this, it was my first like final fragrance where I smelled the final product and was like, okay, wait, that's really good. This is actually a creme brulee fragrance, and I've been told, and I do think, and I agree, that it smells a lot like Escapade Gourmand. That was not intentional, just kind of something that happened, but yeah, this is my fragrance. Actually, I'm inspired to wear this again tonight. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any ideas for what you'd like to see next on my channel, please let me know in the comments.